So now once you've got your seats assigned in this section, the next thing that we want to do is set our priority subsection view. So this priority subsection allows us to dress the house accordingly to when a customer goes online. If they do not specifically pick out their seats but lets the system automatically assign the seats for them, it will pull the next best available. So this actually allows you to create subsections that will tell the system, I want these to be populated first before this next set of rows are populated. So I'm going to click on priority subsections. You can see that they are already they are defaulted to 0. So for this purpose, I'm going to select my first 3 rows here in this section, and I'm going to go ahead and create my subsection of 1. Usually these are the first ones that get populated, and you can do entire sections, or you can rotate rows, etc. in each individual section. So as you can see, I'm telling the system that I want these 3 rows to sell before these rows do, etc. So now that I've got my subsection and my seat numbers selected, I'm going to go ahead and hit apply, and this is going to save the information. Now we will eventually go back and create our pricing levels and tier levels that are associated with the different pricing that's underneath this seating chart. When creating sections that have seat numbers that are either odd or even, where you're skipping a number, you can right click in the area that needs to be adjusted, assign the seat number, and you can see here that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say I'm going to start with seat 1. I'm going to change it to where it's right to left, and I'm going to skip a seat. So this will allow us to do our odd number sections. So I'm going to assign my seat number, and I'm going to make sure it's right to left. You can see here we're starting with the number 1, and I'm going to skip 1 seat. So that way it does all odd numbers here. So now that I have my sections with seat location set up, now I'm going to associate the tier names with the pricing to the areas that I want to go ahead and create. So I'm going to select my first section and right click and select Set Inventory Group Tier. This will allow me to go in and create a tier name for this specific section of seats. I'm going to click my ellipsis button next to tier, and we're going to set the sales line type to reserved admission. And we can see if there are predetermined tier names that are in here. If there are not, you're going to go ahead and click the ellipsis button and create your tier name. So for this purpose, I'm going to create this as VIP. And we're going to hit OK. So the name of the tier is VIP. We want to go ahead and set our tier color. So I'm going to select lime green for the VIP section. We want to make sure general admission is not checked, so it is not. And we're going to go ahead and hit apply and then OK. So now our tier name shows up in our drop down, so we can select our area of VIP for this particular template, and we're going to go ahead and hit OK. So you can see here that we've set all of these seats as open and available for purchase in the VIP section. And once we've created our VIP pricing, all of these seats will automatically populate under that pricing structure. So I'm going to go ahead and select my seats in the back area of this section and do the same thing. I'm going to set inventory group tier, and we're going to create a brand new section and we're going to call this one admission. And we're going to select the color for this and set that to the tier name admission and hit apply. So now we can select admission out of our tier drop down and hit OK. Once you've got your seats assigned to the different tier levels, we're going to hit apply and it'll save that information. If you do not want all of your seats available to the general public, or if you need to set up your ADA accessible seating, we can go ahead and specify that in the seating chart by assigning the different hold statuses. So I'm going to select the seats. For this purpose, I'm going to actually add our wheelchair and companion seats that are available in here. So I'm going to right click on this section and click on Set Inventory Group Tier, and then in the drop down for my inventory group, you can see we have multiple different hold statuses that allows us to block these seats from being sold, with the exception of the ADA seats. The ADA seats actually can be sold online as well as in the box office, but it separates it from regular seating, so it denotes that these are for ADA accessible needs. So I'm going to click on wheelchair, and we're going to assign this in our admission area as a wheelchair area. So it still keeps it in the same pricing tier that we need it to be in, but it differentiates it from the actual regular open seats. I'm going to go ahead and add my companion seats here. And it's really just a matter of doing the same thing. We're going to select the hold status that's available, and we're going to click on the pricing tier that it needs to be set in. Now, our ADA holds that are out there actually has a switch that says these are ADA seating. So this tells the system to allow these seats to be sold online. But if you need to hold specific manager holds, etc., we can go ahead and put that information in as well. So I'm going to select these 4 seats to place on hold, set my inventory group tier, and I'm going to tell the system that these are management holds for trouble seats, etc. So you can see here we've got it listed as a hold, we've got it in the same tier area, and then I'm going to go ahead and select some of my artist hold seats as well. So I'm setting the subsection, we're in the VIP area, and I'm going to add artist holds. Once I have any of the holds, I've also associated the pricing structure and tier to the seating chart. I'm going to go ahead and hit apply.